but I'll wait for the queue.
What?
I'll be right back. All right,
Sound muted.
all right. I'll draw this. I'll draw this in just a second. All right, you guys sure you want to hear the story? You sure you want to hear the story? I don't know. We probably shouldn't tell the story. Yes. All right. So allegedly, we'll start off the story like that. This is back in 2003, and you young guys probably won't remember, but their cell phones had antennas on them. I know, very weird. Visual antennas. Well, um, to preface the story, I had broken the antenna off of my Motorola cell phone, flip phone. Not a lot of games on it. It was a nice phone though. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna fix the cell phone because normally I just throw some super glue on it and it'd be all good. So I'm with two of my best friends, and we we decide that we're gonna go to a store very much like a Lowe's or a Home Depot or something like that, allegedly, and we're gonna go pick up stuff to make a beer bong. And so we get in the car and we get out there and we're walking around and we're kind of looking for, the hoses and the funnel and all and the thing to attach everything. And we were getting all crazy and putting a little like a we wanted three hoses off the one side that you could use a little spigot. Anyway, so we're going around and I see um this this super glue, and I'm thinking in my head like, hey, why don't you just steal the super glue? So we kind of walk around. Now here's the thing: this is the only thing I've ever stolen in my life, allegedly, um, and I would never condone shoplifting at all. But for some reason, something in me said I'm going to steal the super glue. So I decide to. I'll draw after this story. So I decided to take this super glue container. We did a loop, and a guy cut us three, four pieces of this. And I'm thinking about it to myself, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm really, really like, cameras are everywhere. I'm sure of it. Everyone's watching me do this. So I'm like, I got to be real sneaky about this. So I grabbed the package of super glue, allegedly, and crack it open. There's two super glues in this particular package. And when you looked at the top of the super glue, like the actual glue, it had this. It was sealed, and then what you did is you pushed the top, you opened it, and then put the lid on, and that's how it was. So I opened the super glue, put the lid on, and put it the only place where I thought it would be safe, which was between the top of my butt cheeks. Okay. So I'm walking around. We're getting the funnel now. Guys walking us around, and I start to walk, and I'm walking, and it's like what the fuck? Like something's not right. Something's not right. So I start not in crazy monk, not in, just resting at the top. There's the butt cheeks, right? Just resting upside down. Smart choice, by the way, Formatic. Like just resting like that. Just like you just slid it right, just at the top. Not in, but just on the top. So I am walking, and I'm obviously feeling that something's not right. And I go to my buddy who's standing there, and I'm like, dude, I think I superglued my ass cheeks together. And he's like, what? And I'm like, kind of reached into my pants to make sure I didn't like glue my ball bag to my leg or everything up here was good. Then we checked back there. Well, what I had ended up doing, the first about 4 or 5 inches of my butt cheeks were glued together with the super glue glued in there too. So now I'm panicking. I am panicking. I've super glued my ass cheeks together in a friggin' hardware section of a giant store. This is insane. What am I going to do? I can't believe this. So I reach down and grab and hook down, like here's the super glue. I hook the bottom of the super glue and just, I'm not a hairy man. I'm not that hairy of a guy, but without getting too graphic, there's some down there. So I just rip the super glue out and toss it under the shelf. None the wiser. Unfortunately for me, super glue, one, I was lucky because it was really cheap super glue. Two, my butt cheeks immediately glued right back together, skin on skin. So I am now even more glued with less movement, like, dude, I did this, and they're just laughing their asses off. So I have to run to the car to try to separate and let it dry so then I can stop gluing my butt cheeks together. And of course, the best thing of the story, buy book.
Turn down for what?
Thanks for the follow, man.
Turn down for what?
The best part of the story is, of course, in my wallet was a crispy $5 bill that I was could have just bought this super glue and had no problem, but I just have a feeling if you believe in a god or anything like that, it was him looking down and saying, I'm going to teach this dum-dum never to steal again. And that's the story about me gluing my butt cheeks together, super gluing my butt cheeks together in a Lowe's or a Home Depot or something like that. So there's the story time with Formatics is over. I will draw the winner. TGD55. What's up, dude? Congratulations. You have won post story.
Sound resumed.
All right, I'm back. Post story. But yeah, that was that's the story of me doing that.
For some cases.
And
Damn.
yeah. So the long story is
I'll suck it for some cases.
don't steal. And if you are gonna steal super glue, don't put it near your butt. That is my story. That is, by the way, 100% true. And thankfully and believably, I didn't have to